Seems that Representative Sonsing was well prepared when she came, and she already knew the answers. In fact, she had this drama to ask the Commission on Audit representative here, but when he was not able to answer, she had the answer already to her question.
Moving forward, kasi malay ba natin na mali pala naging aksyon natin. Yun ay piniliwanag ko na. And on the basis of that, I ruled that we stick to our plan.
Ma'am, point of order is more important than the answer.
I will repeat what I said earlier. The subject matter, as defined by the chair of this hearing, is the 2025 budget. And yes, it is customary to examine the 2024 budget, but we are having a very, very close and very, very even eloquent examination of the 2022 budget or 23 budget, for which we have already taken action by removing the confidential funds of the Vice President in the 2024 budget. So I submit again, Madam Chair, that this is not, I mean, if we're talking about oversight, yes, there is oversight of any House committee, but not during the budget hearing of a specific year's budget. So there is a Committee on Public Accountability chaired by Congressman Paduano. So all of those are all venues within the House, not to mention the issue, the legal issue of what is already being discussed in the Supreme Court. So I raise the continuing point of order, Madam Chair, on all of the questions regarding the 2023 budget.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insights. But again,
Madam Chair,
It
there's
is-
a point of order. Please rule on the point of order.
we have already, Madam...
It is a must for the chair to rule on the
that
point of order.
chair
There is a
is
point of order,
speaking,
Madam Chair.
the chair is speaking. I would like to request members as well to respect
Yes,
the
Madam Chair. That
Sandali
is
lang.
the rules. The rule says if a point of order is raised, the chair will have to rule on the point of order.
Yes, and the point of order is not to discuss previous years at kasasabi lang po natin. Kaya nga gusto ko pong magsalita. Kanina po, sinabi ko na, pinaliwanag ko na po na ang previous years ay napaka-importante po. Sinabi ko na po kanina na nung huling plenary debates, pinag-usapan po itong 125 million confidential funds. Inutusan po natin ang COA na gawin ang audit, tapusin ng mid-November. Tama, di ba? Inutusan namin kayo na tapusin nyo na ng mabilis. November 2023, tapusin nyo na. Pero since then, hindi pa natin naririnig kung ano ang naging resulta nun. Umaksyon na tayo without even hearing from the COA what the findings were. Ang naging aksyon natin, tinanggal natin from the civilian agencies. I think it is important for us to know once and for all what happened because that will guide us for moving forward. Kasi malay ba natin na mali pala naging aksyon natin. Yun ay piniliwanag ko na. And on the basis of that, I ruled that we stick to our plan and nakasulat po yan sa lahat ng liham natin, sa lahat ng ahensya, hindi lang naman po sa Office of the Vice President. At kung nakikinig po kayo kanina, binasa ko po yung item number 3, which says comparative budget allocation and utilization rate from fiscal year 2019 to 2023. Lahat po ng mga ahensya, sinabihan po natin, nakasama po ang item na to sa pagkikilatis po ng proposed budget for 2025. So with that, let us now proceed to our next interpolator. From the minority, we have...
Madam Chair.
No ruling. Whether it is taken, not taken, or no ruling.
It is not taken. And I reiterate the earlier ruling, which is not taken. So we proceed to the next interpolator. From the minority, we have the Honorable Raul.
Madam Chair.
I'm sorry, but we are now proceeding with
Yes.
unless, yes.
But there was a
Sorry.
representative who spoke, so
Oh, you
Yes.
yes, okay. So, yes, please, you may.
yes, thank you, Madam Chair. It seems that Representative Swansing was well prepared when she came, and she already knew the answers. In fact, she had this drama to ask the Commission on Audit representative here. But when he was not able to answer, she had the answer already to her question. So, Madam Chair, may I request that only representatives who have questions be allowed to speak? That is not a motion, that is a request to you as the presiding officer. Yan namang tanong eh.
Yes, Madam Vice President, we note your request. And with that, we move on to our,
I have a question of clarification.
yes, our Honorable
Your statement,
Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, please.
you quoted your letter saying that you want the utilization rate for previous years. It was not a letter asking for how the budgets were expended, especially on questions that we, as a House, decided on already last year.
Yes, Madam, it says comparative budget allocation. So that phrase is interpreted as how the fund was used. So I hope that is a sufficient explanation. And with that, we proceed to our next interpreter from the minority. We have the Honorable Raul Manuel.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, kaya naman natin to ginagawa dahil bilang mga public officials, responsibilidad po natin ito sa taong bayan na nanonood po sa atin kung paano natin ginagastos ang pera ng taong bayan, Madam Chair. So, as to my question, since the Vice President also served as DepEd Secretary, in fact, wala po siyang separate basic salary nung siya ay DepEd Secretary, kaya actually intertwined din, no? Tumatagos yung role niya as VP and as DepEd Secretary. So I have questions, Madam Chair, dun sa confidential funds for 2023 ng Department of Education, and if the resource person would want to answer, andyan naman po yung opportunity na binubukas sa kanya ng Kamara. So Madam Chair, can we confirm from the Vice President na nag-submit ng accomplishment report sa paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds for 2023 sa Senate President at sa Speaker of the House?
Madam Vice President.
Madam Chair, the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education have separate mandates. The roles of the Vice President and the Secretary of Education are not intertwined. And Madam Chair, I cannot speak for the Department of Education as I am not the Secretary anymore. Again, Madam Chair, hindi pala DepEd pala ito, no? O sige, tanong mo si DepEd yan.
Honorable Manuel.
Madam Chair, iba na po ang DepEd Secretary natin ngayon na hindi naman nag-request ng confidential fund. Ang nag-request po noon as the DepEd Secretary ay ang Vice President. And Madam Chair, in all agencies, lagi ini-invoke national security, pag-target din sa mga suspected na mga grupo. So, yung ganong tinake on na mandato, Madam Chair, kahit originally wala naman talaga yun sa OVP tsaka DepEd, tinake on ng resource person. Kaya ngayon, hindi dapat iwasan na sagutin din yun given ang tinake on na tasks ng resource person. Kasi Madam Chair, sige kung hindi po niya sasagutin, sa accomplishment report kasi for the first quarter of 2023, nabanggit po doon na yung confidential funds ng DepEd ginamit sa counter-insurgency program, prevention of recruitment by rebel and leftist groups among students and teachers. Meron din, Madam Chair, anti-terrorism programs, including the gathering of necessary information to implement peace and order within DepEd. Pareho din ang actual outcome tsaka ang kinlaim na accomplishments, Madam Chair, for second quarter and third quarter of 2023. So, gusto nating present din sa committee na ito, Madam Chair, na sa mga dokumento na sinubmit din ng Commission on Audit, part po ng certification sa paggamit ng DepEd Confidential Fund ay galing sa mga military units. And Madam Chair, we have copies of those documents. Ang DepEd use of confidential funds in partnership with the 1st Infantry Division of Zamboanga del Sur, 5th Infantry Division of Isabela, 7th Infantry Division of Nueva Ecija, 9th Infantry Division of Camarines Sur. At ang mga activities nila, Madam Chair, ay mga youth leadership summits, yun po yung tawag nila doon, at mga information education campaigns. Now, can we present yung slide, Madam Chair? May pinipare po tayo as a sample sa ano yung mga pinapamahagi ng mga pamphlets sa ganitong mga di umano'y Youth Leadership Summit tsaka Information Education Campaign. Ayun, Madam Chair, ang sabi po dyan, kapag nagsuot ka lang ng flag na may nakasulat na Serve the People, di ba, Madam Chair, napakagandang pakinggan, pero para po sa DepEd, Madam Chair, ang mga nagsusuot daw ng ganon, dapat i-report sa DepEd. At bahagi po ng paggamit nila ng confidential fund ay pagpapakalat ng ganitong napaka-malicious na kaisipan, Madam Chair. And given that we already have a Supreme Court ruling na nagsasabing nakakapahamak sa buhay na ating mga bata, mga kabataan, ang ganitong mga tipo ng propaganda, Madam Chair, it seems na para pala sa DepEd, accomplishment ang pagpapahamak ng buhay ng mga estudyante at ng mga teacher. In fact, under the now resigned DepEd Secretary, they violated their own order, Madam Chair. They have a Department Order Number 32, Series of 2019, ang sabi doon, Madam Chair, ay bawal, and I quote, schools shall not be utilized for military purposes. This includes the conduct of anti-insurgency information activities or such other related uses that may endanger the lives of learners and school personnel. So, Madam Chair, lumala yung education crisis, pero
30 seconds.
yun pa ang naging paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds, Madam Chair. Next slide, Madam Chair, so we can wrap up. Ganito yung breakdown ng paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds, Madam Chair. Kung mapapansin, gumamit lang for first, second, and third quarter. Tapos, Madam Chair, bawat quarter, pare-pareho yung amounts ng paggamit, 37.5 million pesos. And this is confirmed by the audit observation memo ng COA, Madam Chair. And, Madam Chair, we take note, June, July, which falls in the second and third quarter, wala pong pasok sa mga paaralan. So, yung question natin, ano yung ginawa ng DepEd at bakit magkakapareho yung rates ng paggamit ng confidential funds. So, ang isa sa makikita natin dito, Madam Chair, we can't deny no, na it seems ay kaduda-duda yung ganong pinepresent ng DepEd na paggamit ng confidential funds. Yun na lang, Madam Chair. Salamat.
Madam Vice President.
Yes. Madam Chair, the invitation for this budget hearing was the budget proposal of fiscal year 2025 of the Office of the Vice President. I request that the questions, Madam Chair, be related to the subject of the budget hearing, which is the OVP 2025 budget proposal. And, Madam Chair, you will allow me this because you allowed him to speak about DepEd, which is not related to OVP. According to Kate and Ida, the former secretary of the CPP-NPA's Sub-Regional Committee 5, revealing concerning associations of Representative Raul Manuel with the NPA units in Southern Mindanao, alleging that he visited
Madam Chair, point of order.
Sitio Bolo, Barangay Daguhoy, Talingon, Davao del Norte
Vice
in 2017. And his alleged connections with the CPP-NPA coupled with the recruitment activities involving Kabataan Party List. Rendell, who was missing for 11 months and
Madam
came
Chair,
home
point of
in a
order, Madam
coffin.
Chair.
And came home in a coffin.
Yung sinasabi po ng ating Vice President ay allege. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, marites or galing yan sa chismis.
Okay, so,
Hindi natin
galing po
pwede,
ito sa
Madam
NPFL
Chair, ang Office of the Vice President.
Let Chair rule. So, yes, we will take note of the request of our Madam Vice President. Let's stick to our topic.